Alright, no, the video's uploading. Give me a second, folks. There we go.
Wait a minute.
I'm off key on this one all the time.
You know, this is, excuse me,
A damn fine cup of coffee. Damn, that's a fine cup of coffee. This episode brought to you by Twin Peaks. Go watch it. Alright. Thank you, Kyle MacLachlan. Welcome. And I got his name wrong, too. I don't care. I do care. You gotta watch Twin Peaks. It is awesome. I gotta rewatch that show again. Shit. Welcome to Morning Coffees with James. I'm James, and this show on the internet, on YouTube, on wherever you're watching this, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. And I hope not Twitter, because that place is toxic. That, of all the social medias, that, is the most toxic one of all of them. As I ghastly burp. Good morning. Welcome all. And today, what would we like to talk about? Let me translate that. That was me slurring my words and stuff like that, and just tongue twistering myself a little bit. So yeah. So, what do we want to talk about? Well, let's talk about. I've recently just watched. I was about to say The Lion King. No, I'm watching the the Tiger King. Now I just imagine the Tiger King and having Joe Exotic be Tiger, but have all the same equities, like the what is it called? Mullet, and I was about to say mohawk, but it's a mullet. It's a mullet. It's business up front and party in the back. And some people can rock and some people just can't. I think I can, but how many people out there want me to get a mohawk? No, a mullet, whatever the fucking hairstyle is. But you know what? That's such disrespect to them, that hairstyle. It's yeah, there's people out there who rock it and it looks too goofy, but there's got to be some mullets out there that are just not that bad looking. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's got to be. What was I gonna say? Tiger King. So, I recently watched the 8-part series. Well, apparently there's 8 parts, but they get to this this one episode which I don't care, where it's oh, they're talking together. I've seen what I've seen and watched the entire miniseries except for that one part that with the interview got. I'm losing my mind with names again. Jesus. Anyhow, I don't know why I'm doing shit today. I just don't know. I don't have enough coffee in my system. I'm not awake yet. Something's up with me. So, maybe I just need to lay off the sauce. That Saskatchewan sauce. Whatever that's called. Anyhow. Tiger King. So, that documentary opened my eyes up to a world of animal smuggling I've never seen. The exotic animal trade. Oh my god. Some of them are here's the weird part. I gotta say though, some of them they have good intentions, but damn, some of them are just straight up criminals. The one dude, Doc Antler, I think his name is, has an AK. He sleeps with an AK-47, and don't get me started with Joe Exotic. It's most of these guys are straight up criminal empires. In the tiger business, in the zoo. Don't bullshit me that Carol has a rescue. That's a zoo, and it doesn't look like a good zoo. It's they all act like criminals. I mean, goddamn, it is one of the most bizarre documentaries I have ever seen. And even the people who are you're kind of rooting for in your head, it's yeah, but it's no, they kind of because now they're showing this other side of them, and it's oh, wait a minute. Even Joe Exotic, who, oh, I love animals, but I'm not upset about that, because euthanizing, an older tiger that, you can't, is straight up dying. This is the strange part with me, because it's oh, how could you kill a dying tiger? It's You ever put down your dog? Like, when it gets to a certain point where it's, like, in pain and suffering and it can't, like, move anymore and you just want to you have to put it down? It's like that. And granted, I'm not trying to sound like a villain, but, like, that's, like, how I saw him, like... Because in the documentary... Okay, I'm jumping around. So at the end of the documentary, they find out Joe has been euthanizing tigers, but I feel like most of those guys, you know, Carol Baskin and Dr. Atler, the other two, are killing their animals too, euthanizing them, you know, but they didn't get caught. And here's the thing, and that's another thing too, it's like, between the three of those people, like, Joe straight up acts like, you know, an American supervillain. Doc Atler is kind of a mastermind manipulator, because, let's be honest, he's manipulated people into thinking he is a legit guy, even though he walks his elephant through the neighborhood, which that scene I was like, wait, what? Imagine just waking up and being like, oh, there's Doc Atler and his elephant again, this is my life. And, you know, and then you get to Carol Baskin, who straight up has the worst zoo ever, but how she got it is so outrageous. The fact that, let's be honest, she fed her husband to the tigers. Like, killed him and then fed them to the tigers. And that's why they sleep in cages like that. Because they don't want them getting out. Because they're man-eaters now. You know, you've got... It's such a bizarre series of events, you know what I mean? Like, and especially with her, because it's like, you can tell that she is basically, you know, what she'll kill for anybody who gets in her way. Like, she's done it before, she'll do it again. And she's smart. Like, she is very smart. Using, like, and again, I don't want to sound like a jerk when I say this, but using progress and healing as a motivator, as that idea of motivator. I mean, the people who are volunteering in shirts are like, it's like a cult. It's like a goddamn cult. Sure, Dr. Atler basically seduces women into doing his bidding, but, you know, he actually, like, people can see through that fucking charade. Carol, it's like, that's a harder charade to look through, because it's like, if you look from the inside out and outside in, it's like, oh, they're helping tigers, that's good. But on the surface, it's like, there's not a lot of tigers there. You have to work up to working with the tigers and, like, all this stuff. So it's like, it's such a bizarre, like, world, you know what I mean? And then you get the Joe Exotic, who just basically is, like, treating it like a business. Like, he's the most open about it. He's like, yeah, this is a business. So it's like, and all of them understand it's a business, and I feel like that's the funny part about that movie. It's like, when Carol and, like, most, like, I'm focusing on the main three. Like, there's other, like, zoos out there and stuff like that, but the main three are those, like, the one they're talking about. The other guys, I feel like, have legit, you know, motives, but honestly, some of them did some shady business. Like one Mexican guy, I forget his, again, there's so many people in this, you kind of forget the names and characters, but he had to be in the drug business to support his zoo addiction. Like, yo, it's like, yeah, you do drugs, I open a zoo. It's like, damn. But overall, it is such a bizarre documentary, because you hear different, like, weird things in America that are just so outlandish, like Amish mafia. The Irish mafia does exist. The Amish mafia, like, silly shit like that. Like, everybody at, like, evil grand, like, you know, you wouldn't expect this. And then, like, once this, like, rock has been lifted up and you see all the bugs, you're like, oh, this exists. This dark world of people who, you know, smuggle animals all day. And it's like, what the fuck? And it's like, you know, there are no heroes in that. There are no heroes, and the animals don't win in the end. It is one of the most bizarre documentaries ever, and a tragic story too, of a guy who wanted to help animals and keep his brother's name alive, which I understand completely. But it's when he becomes too powerful, when he contains more power. And this is the thing I usually argue with people. It's not about money. It's not about how many tigers you've got, or land you owned, or how many of this or that you own. Pure power is pure power. It comes in many forms, shapes, and sizes. And, yeah, even though Carol was a cunt and needed to die, assassination is assassination, and Joe decided assassination was a good idea. Which, honestly, yeah, and it's a little hard to sit on this because, ooh, there we go. I'm forced to hunch down because I have no space anymore, and this is my life now. It's absolute dog shit. Anyhow, I'm not that upset. Actually, I just had an idea, but I don't know if I want to do it or not. Never mind. I'm gonna think about it later. I'm just looking at my computer, and I'm looking at the morning Wi-Fi, lo-fi screensaver they have. Is just a cup of steaming a cup of coffee, and I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna use that. If I can't show you the video, I'm gonna use the audio. I'm going to use visuals instead and show my face all the time. So, I did this for Instagram. I might not do it for YouTube until I get a working camera again. So, who knows? My teeth are not that yellow. Well, they are yellow. It's just that they're not. I'm going to have like Joker teeth in the future. It's like just all yellow. It's like, do you clean your teeth? Yes, they're just super stained. That's the scary part about the Joker. He just has, like, yellow teeth. It's like, nobody talks about his teeth. It's like, usually it's, like, white, but, like, if you look again in The Dark Knight, he has some, like, dental problems, my friend. He has some dental problems. It's crazy. And I'm not looking at anything. I'm just looking at the ground. But damn, it's a strange movie, and nonetheless, because when you get to like the weird aspects of this movie, it's like, my God, it's like this is such a, like, when they say like fiction stranger than what's, now I forget the fucking saying again. When life is stranger than fiction, that's when, like, that's the real. They're not wrong, because, like, people who are owning private zoos and stuff like that, and Tiger Kings and stuff like that, it is just a bizarre, like, story right there. My God. And, again, it shows you that these people still exist. Strange, like, granted, and also the fact that, yes, we live in a civilization, but we are still wild as a civilization. We are still wild. And you can look out the window and see that. And people kind of assume, like, oh, we live in a society, everything's normal. No, it's not. This is the reason why people are packing firearms, because there's strange people out there who just do wacky-ass shit. We have, can I mention Florida Man? Can I mention him? In fact, that whole movie was about Florida men. Some normal. No, actually, Joe wasn't from Florida. I think he was from Mississippi, or Georgia. I think it was Georgia, or Mississippi, Alabama. It's one of the southern, like, coastal states. I forget which one it is, so forgive me. But damn, god dang, it is a bizarre series of events, and it gets crazy too. And it's like that one, and also that one, like, one meme that people are like, when you spend so much on money, and it's like, he's like, I can never recover I'm never going to financially recover from this. It's like, that was from the scene where the girl gets her arm, like, guy, well, she was a girl and now she's a guy, gets her arm ripped off, and it's like, what the fuck? It is like, some of this is like, and again, I want to talk more in depth about this later, but like, holy shit, I gotta rewatch it again. But I'm in the middle of watching other movies too. I'm rewatching, let's see, They Live, replaying a bit of Bioshock. We're not replaying it, but replaying a bit of Fallout 76. I heard it's got better. I'm in the middle of rewatching a couple of other movies too, so it's like, okay, I gotta rewatch a couple of stuff and read it too, like, yeah. So, and work on videos and do that video I'm working on, and it's right now I'm in the middle of writing the script. So yeah, Alright, this has been 15 minutes, so take care, love you, bye-bye, and remember to stay beautiful out there, and remember, when you own pets, make sure you get the right size one, alright? Because here's the thing, I don't care if it's you gotta take responsibility for it. If you own a small little dog, you own a small little dog, they're easy to take care of, but a larger dog will be harder to take care of, trust me, I know. Once you get into tiger territory, you have to be, like, on point to raise that damn tiger. So on and so forth. Yes. I don't know how to end this. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, love you, and bye-bye, and remember to stay positive.